कभी नहीं होता है डायरेक्ट स्पाई है ना
आप पीछे आ रहो कॉन्फ्रेंस में जा रहा
किया इधर से शूट किया इधर से शूट किया आया मैं इधर से आया ये वाले गेट से आया
मैं भी आधे पक्के मिलो
तारा वही गेट से मिली
हाँ मेरा
गेट से आया नहीं हुआ फिर एक गेट से घुसा चल फिर अब नहीं है शो ना अब नहीं है ना शो अरे बाल लड़ा इन्हीं का लाइट नहीं है मेरे पास करो यार
Good evening, everyone. Could I please request media to kindly settle in? We're going to begin with the post-show. All right. I will introduce you.
Oh, okay.
So, Masaba, it's lovely to have you back. We love the fact that you put these beautiful presentations time and time again. And this time around, you've taken innovation to the next level, having partnered with Himalayan Orchard Pure presents Masaba. I'd like to hear a bit from you about the collection and what your inspiration was and how the creation and the thought process came to be. But first, a couple of words from Mr. K.S. Kutaya, VP and Head of Marketing, Narishko Beverages. So if you could please let us know what actually led to this collaboration. I mean, we know Masaba is this breath of fresh air when it comes to designs and quirky prints. But was there something that you thought that was unique when you thought about partnering with her or sponsoring the show that we saw at LFW?
In fact, how it came about was, this product, Himalayan Orchard Pure, Himalayan you're all familiar with, and it's the same great water from the Himalayas. And to that, we added a burst of flavor, a burst of natural flavor. So it's a crafted product. And when we sort of just described it in that way, and we were trying to see who to sort of associate with, and we said something like this with a burst of flavor, it almost came to us instantly. And when we spoke to Masaba about it, I think she sort of instantly, she saw it in her mind. It sort of hit off immediately. It was one conversation, and then we just thought it fit beautifully. That's how it came about. And what I saw on the ramp, as I said, as a very, very layman, I think, fabulous collection. And there was, there's lots of the burst of color, the flavor, I think came out beautifully with a bit of, the white and the snow and stuff. I think fantastic.
You just took the words burst of color and pop of color right from my mouth, because that's exactly what I was going to come to, Masaba. Your prints are celebrated. You're known for that. But every time, season after season, you are able to put a collection that is just different and so edgy and yet so Masaba. I would love to know from you, what was the inspiration this time around?
I think mainly whenever we're doing a show or a presentation, there's so many ideas running in your head, and I think you can be inspired by so many different things at a given point of time. Today, specifically, what we did was that we blend two very, very distinct sort of languages together. So as pure and pristine as the Himalayas, and I find that it is the source of life. It's where everything pure sort of originates from. And I think design is a lot like that, so which is why this is a natural fit, because it comes from a pure place. And when I tasted and I read and I was sitting with Kutaya and the team and understanding how this water came to be, I think it was a natural fit, because there's 3 flavors. There's the peach, strawberry, and the apple, which my favorite is the apple, but I'll talk about the others also. But I just think that they blend in so well with my design philosophy, because I do print. I am someone who does a lot of kitsch, but at the same time, we're not someone who's over the top. We fit in really well, but with a slight edge. And I think that's what Himalayan is about. Orchid Pure is about that. It's water, but it just has that little tinge of flavor, So even what you saw today was a lot of pastel colors, which obviously originate from this collaboration. A lot of pink, clearly, which you see even right here. And I think even in terms of the prints, if you see closely, we did a lot of linear grass prints. So there was one that has a green backdrop with gold grass on it, and then we did pine trees, which is very synonymous to the orchard. So I think in terms of blending all these elements together, that's what we try to do. And then, of course, comes in my madness, which is a slight, tribal kick that I give to it all. So it was literally just polished off with that. But the basic essence was to have very fluid lines inspired by water, and to do a lot of burst of colors, as you saw.
But if the end result was as stunning as this, I mean, it's well worth the wait for this collection.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to open the floor to the media if they have a couple of questions. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Can you please tell us about the product which you have just launched? Can you just detail the product?
Yeah, sure.
Unique thing you are having?
Yeah. So I think it starts with the water itself. Again, I'm not sure how many of you know, Himalayan is a source water from the Himalayas. And what's special about the water is it actually takes 20 years in the making. In the sense, we've dated the water. It starts from the top of the Himalayas and percolates through layers of rock for 20 years. It's a story we've not told enough. And that's what is special about. And what's special is, after the 20-year journey, the mineral composition remains constant. And so it's actually a very special water, and I think a lot of people value it for that. To that, we've added 100% natural flavors. There's no artificial flavor in this. It's a 100% natural product. It's really light. I think people today are seeking healthier alternatives, and this is that product. When you want to hydrate healthy, and I think this is just that product. Yeah.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions? No? Okay. It's a sincere request if both Masaba and Mr. Kutia could please come on in the front so we could have a couple of pictures.